Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mothers would practically build themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv and welcome to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today we are inside. It's like hell's boiler room outside. So even though I do have some air conditioning in the doghouse, it doesn't work well enough, in 100-degree heat. And plus, to get out there, I got to go through hell's boiler room. So we are going to be in here, and I've got some fun stuff to show you today. So recently, I have been helping out at Kit Links, going through a bunch of their old collections of stuff that they've gotten from people, and helping to go through these boxes of kits, make sure they're complete, make sure that, if they're missing instructions, I got to make a note. If they're missing decals, I got to make a note. And then they try to find them in all the other piles of stuff they got. And if they're complete kits, and I let them know it's a complete kit and they can, get it out for sale. Well, as I'm going through these stacks, and I'm going to show you guys in another show coming up in a few weeks, all this stuff that I've been doing. But today, as I'm going through this stack of kits, I find this. Now, there's a lot of gems that I have found from the 60s and 70s. This is an old Palmer Plastics. It took me a while to find it. Palmer Plastics. It's a 24-pound Naval Gun, brass plated. See, the box has seen better days. But I thought, oh my goodness. And then somewhere I found out that it's 1/24 scale. I think what it was is I got online to see what I could find out about it. And I thought, well, 24 scale, that's close enough to 25th. That winter chicken dinner, this will be fun to do with some of my 25th scale diorama stuff. So let's take a look at this kit. Kind of neat. That old dusty, the old dusty box smell, just pieces of cardboard flying in the air. So here are the old instructions, and there's actually, I guess, some other field pieces that they made as well that you could get. But cut chain in half and attach as shown. But anyway, it kind of shows how to build the thing in the different little parts here and there. Hi, Finn. Hi. But here's kind of the parts breakdown up here. I looked this up on eBay, and you can get them for about about $35 on eBay, plus another $20 shipping. So yeah, they're still out there. So I'll be right with you, okay? Okay. All right, I just got to finish what I'm doing right here. So let's take a look inside this box, shall we? And inside the box, these brass plated, and they've seen better days, definitely. But you've got a bunch of little parts here. Got half the cannon barrel. The other half of the cannon barrel. The end cap of the cannon. Oh, and part of the trunnion, it looks like. Of course, none of these are on sprues, so hopefully it's all here. The main parts of the trunnion. here. Oh yeah, here's the the ramrod. That's pretty neat. A piece of twine of some sort for whatever. There's no chain in here, so I guess if it's supposed to have a chain, I'll have to dig something up. I got plenty for my 35th scale tanks. Here's another piece, and then here are the wheels, and another. I guess this is the. I can't remember what it's called. It's where the barrel sits on the back end of the trunnion. So, and then in this kit, you're gonna love this, because these old kits always seem to have either extra parts, extra little goodies that somebody's put in them. But these little pins are Idaho potato pin, and there's two of them in there. How cool! So that's it. That's all that's in this box. Yes, I am going to be building this. In fact, it's probably going to take place like now, immediately, because I'm really interested in seeing how this thing looks. So, yeah, kind of a fun little thing here. Again, this comes from somebody's stash that most of the collections that KitLinks gets are from folks that have passed away. Not all of them. Some of them are people that are still alive and they need to sell their whole collection. But it's kind of pennies on the dollar type of thing. But at least it's cold hard cash. And when people need it and they want to get rid of a bunch of kits, unfortunately, a lot of these came from 3 gentlemen that were part of my IPMS group. And so they're guys that I knew for years. One of them passed away this last spring. The other 2 within the past about 3 years. And it's kind of tough because I knew these guys. And here I am going through their stash of stuff they just never got to. So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to have to do that, but we all have to face that at some point in time. So, all right. Well, I kept this short today. We'll see you next week again for another installment of the Kit Hoarder Stash. Got some really interesting stuff that's coming out of KitLinks, so we'll see you then.